Here we are. We were looking at some YouTube, and we're gonna look at YouTube because it made me move. And when I'm looking at YouTube, I'm looking at the red brick family, those who are telling the story about the melted buildings and this melted realm and this crime scene that we live on. And I just had some flow going when I was there, looking at a couple of meltologists, right? So we just look here real quick. We were looking at something Melted Syracuse had up just a little while ago. I don't know if it was that, but it came up in my feed. And while I was looking, and Melted Syracuse, he's been on board for a while. He's got 70 subscribers, but he's getting it, and he knows what we're talking about and what meltology is about. And that's the most important thing to me, at least, because when I hear another person believing and showing this, being a melted building believer, that's like my gold. So, it's just like this grand theft and how the realm was stolen and metered, and while I was visiting Melted Syracuse, home alone, I got this out and say, well, let's just do it this way. Once this realm thrived with free and boundless energy system, okay? A gift embedded in the very fabric of existence. The buildings now melted into deceptive landscapes once pulsed with living currents, drawing power from the ether, the ground, and the firmament above. The ancients understood how to harness this energy, not with crude wires and combustion, but through resonance, frequency, and natural harmonics. Towers stood not as monuments, but as conduits. Structures were not just shelters, but capacitors of endless power grid. Then came the great deception. Those who sought control could not own what was freely given. So they buried the truth beneath molten lies. They melted our inheritance, reshaped our world, and rewrote history, branding the old ways as myths and fantasy. They filled the sky with interference, severed the ley lines, and erected their own lifeless towers, no longer transmitting free energy, but leeching it, metering it, selling it back, what was once ours. They taught us dependence. They made us believe that energy must be mined, burned, and paid for. They replaced natural abundance with scarcity, ensuring that every spark, every surge, every bit of light and warmth was rationed by their hands. Cities became cages of artificial glow, where people were convinced they needed permission to power their own lives. Yet the signs remain. The melted ruins whisper the truth. Yes, can you hear it? The past is not a distance as they want us to believe, and the stolen knowledge is not lost, only hidden. The meltologists see the patterns, decode the deceptions, and expose the false history. The question is, will the people wake up before the last ember of free energy is buried beneath another layer of controlled illusion? Red bricks. So you think of things to say in meltology while you're looking and seeing what other meltologists are presenting with pictures, music. Well, I present those words, and that's a fact, and you can see it around. We're metered for energy, and there was a monopoly on that. Those people are the ones that are behind hiding this upon us. Those people we call capitalists and so forth, and those secret societies. But meltologists are real, and the study of meltology is real brickology. So hats off to all those, and it's my pleasure to be amongst those people who are telling the red brick truth on this path. So get off the yellow brick road, get on the red brick road, truth, man. Just another way to talk about meltology and celebrate other meltologists and see how working, and just sometimes by looking at somebody else's what they're trying to say, you said what you wanted to say for the benefit of meltology. Isn't that awesome?